Hey Aquarius, it's Meg with Padmes, and we're doing your May Tarotscope for 2021. So anyone with Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Aquarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, any cross watchers that are interested in Aquarius energy, you're welcome here. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anybody else. I'm also calling in Archangel Gabriel. Here we go. Let's see what kind of energy you have, Aquarian, for May. What is going on with you, Aquarius? All right. The first thing that I'm seeing that is standing out to me is your big picture. Your big picture is the Eight of Swords. This is about self-imposed limitations. This is about, okay, I'm feeling that there's a lot of drama going on around you, Aquarius. Like there's some kind of drama that's going on and everybody is totally stuck in the past. Talk about self-imposed limitations. It's like people can't see how things can shift or change in the future. It's almost like there's somebody that's like a doomsday type of person that's always talking about how everything is going, like the sky is falling. But these are self-imposed limitations, dealing with all sorts of ideas and thought processes that are old, they're outdated. So that's the big picture. I feel like it's having to deal, I mean, they can be yours, they can be some of yours, but I feel like you have people around you who are holding that space. Yeah, even your advice is like cutting things out that don't serve you. And especially with all of the swords, the Eight of Swords, this is all about mental process. This is all about self-talk, self-speak, and this is cutting things out that don't serve. It's changing your thoughts to change the energy in your field. Wow, Aquarius, like right off the bat. So here's a Page of Wands. This is in the position where it's bringing forth the rest of the energy. Something has happened. Some kind of catalyst has happened. This is something opened a door to a new idea. Something opened the door to, like, I want to say initiation, but a new inspiration, a new idea, a new way of doing things. And this is where all this chaos ensued. Okay, the heart of the situation. It's like somebody is wanting to make things different. Somebody's wanting to change things and they're open to receive it, but it's like somebody's way ahead of their time. It's like everybody else is not ready to receive whatever it is that this is. Here's the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And it's like it's divine timing and somebody's like coming through like as the indigo child. Somebody's like cutting away all of the jungle in order for everybody else to have a path to walk on. So this is somebody who's planting the seeds here, but they're way ahead of themselves. They're way ahead of the game, and it's just going to take a while for everybody else to catch up. Happening now and into the near future, we've got the juggler. This is living in two worlds at the same time. I feel like this is you, Aquarius. I feel like this is even you. You're the one who opened the door to this innovative stuff that makes total sense to me, but opening the door to these new and exciting potentials, and you're like, okay, I've got one foot in reality and one foot in like the past where everybody else is trying to get everybody to come forward, but I'm in these two different worlds. I have to live with everybody else and where they are, but I'm also living in, what my potential is, what my future is, what my reality is. Okay, Aquarius, your higher self is talking about the Three of Pentacles. And on one hand, this is the validation card for me. It's also the therapy card, but in this case, it's like I have to get validation or approval from other people when it comes to this thing because I can't do it by myself. It's something that I can initiate, but I can't do it all by myself. So I need people to listen to me and to do it in this new way so that we can move on and move forward. And your angels and guides are talking about, oh, I really feel like they're trying to tell you, look, there are 2 cups that are still up there. They're still viable. They're still good. Don't get upset when people refuse you at first. And I say this a lot, but no means not right now. No just means not right now. So, of course, that doesn't mean when no means no, but you know what I mean. So, when people are at first offered this new initiative and they say no, don't totally take that personally. You are ahead of your time. People need some time to integrate what you are saying. It's like, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? They don't. They don't. They can't. They're not visionary. They can't see it. So here you are in the past and you're like, oh my God, the universe is totally supporting my will. The universe has totally got my back and is like pushing me forward with momentum with this idea and this great challenge and this great result, even as everything's coming. And that being in the past, then we've got the Eight of Cups and the King of Swords. So here you are emotionally ready to move forward and move on. And here we've got this King of Swords. In actuality, this King of Swords is the one who's like, hey, hold up. I get it. I can see that, but he's still like a step back. And when I say he, I am talking about action-oriented energy. So there's still this action-oriented energy that emotionally it's ready to move forward. Action-wise, it's still being thought about. It's still being like engineered somehow with this King of Swords. The King of Swords is like, we can't just dive into the ocean. We have to put wetsuits on. Somebody's being practical and somebody's being creative. Okay, and let's take a look at this outcome. We've got the Six of Pentacles. So there's not an equal exchange. There's not an equal give and take. I'm even hearing somebody playing a game. Somebody feels like they're playing a game. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but let's start clarifying all of this. Before we start clarifying, okay, so the thing to let go of, here's the Queen of Wands. This is the energy of somebody who's disgruntled and upset. And your angels and guides are like, do not take this personally. Do not get disgruntled and upset by this. Release this energy because that is the first thing that is going to cut off all of your awareness and all of your creativity. So just like get neutral and stay in the creative space. Here is the Seven of Swords. This is like, I am resistant to lying, cheating, and stealing. Let's start clarifying all of this. Lying, cheating, and stealing. I'm resistant to betrayal. I'm resistant to betrayal. Wow. Here's the Seven of Swords. Here's the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, and this came out reversed as well. So sevens are about reevaluation. This is about evaluating yourself versus what other people are saying. They might be saying some things that feel like they are betraying you, but it's because they don't get it and they're not on the same page yet. They're not on the same wavelength. They're not sharing the same energy. But I feel like they will be. At first, it's like you might even have to monetize this yourself, or you might even have to like try to do this yourself until somebody comes around and is like, hold on a second, this is a viable idea. We can work with this. But it just takes a minute for everybody to catch up. Okay, I want to clarify this Eight of Swords. These people being in their self-imposed limited place. Here's the Seven of Cups, but it's reversed. They are focused. They are completely focused. They're not looking at all the possibilities. They are just focused on the one thing that they understand or the one thing that they know. All right. You being ahead of your time, you being open to receiving, manifesting, and the world needing to catch up with you. Let's check that out. Yeah, get over this heartbreak. Get over this heartbreak because this is in and out energy. It's like, oh, I really feel like it's like you're heartbroken that you can't make this happen as fast as you want it to happen, but then you get inspired by it. But then you jump out of it and you're heartbroken, but then you get inspired by it. It totally makes sense. I totally get it. Let's look at your advice around that. It just looks like it's disheartening, but then it's inspiring. And then it's disheartening and it's inspiring. It feels like such a roller coaster, Aquarius. Okay, right. So here's all of this emotional wonderfulness happening to you, complete emotional fulfillment, but it's coming in reversed. But this is your advice. When I see this card reversed, it's like, move on, move on. Oh, wow. Okay. I totally forget who sings this, but she says something like, move along, somebody better is going to come in and right your wrong. It's like, move it on. Okay. I love it. And this is clarifying your advice, cutting out the things that don't serve you, cutting out the words, the feelings, the people, the dynamics, cutting out the things that don't serve you and moving forward in that way. This is also about seeking the truth. And this is about, okay, what's next then? What's next? So if this person can't see this, or this person can't be a visionary with me, then who's next? Who can I talk to? It's like, this is all about coming correct with your truth. Speaking your truth, telling people your truth, telling people this inspired idea. I want to look at this Page of Wands because this is you initiating that open door to this new way of looking at things. And here's the Strength card. This is you having to have a lot of courage and confidence and personal power to move this through. But there's some reason to do it though. There's some reason. I'm just noticing that my candle went out. And it's just reminding me, don't let this put your fire out. Don't let it put your fire out. I'm clarifying the Two of Pentacles and I'm getting the Two of Wands. Here's someone, okay, so this is you being in and out of two different worlds. And this is about making a decision about what you're going to do and how you're going to move forward. I feel like this is you deciding what world you're going to be in. This guy is holding the world right here. And that's the thing. It's like you have to decide to be in both worlds right now until everybody else can catch up. Because if you decide to just be in yours, you can't communicate with them. But if you decide to just be in theirs, that means that you are giving up this thing that you're initiating. And for some reason, it's super important that you do it, that you don't let it go. I want to see, yeah, it's like, everybody listen to me. I have something to say. Let's clarify that. Here's the Hierophant reversed. This is like, I am doing things my own way. I'm being innovative and I'm doing it not by the books. I'm doing it differently. And so there are going to be a lot of, people on the throne who are not going to like change. And I need other people. It's like you need backers or something. I want to look at this Five of Cups, angels and guides. What do you want to say about this Five of Cups? And here's the Seven of Pentacles. This is like, you have to continue to nurture this garden. You have to continue to nurture this dynamic, this group of people, and continue. Somebody is going to come around and be like, this wasn't just a fly by the seat of your pants kind of thing. This wasn't just a flash in the pan. This is something that you've been talking about for a while now. And I see what you're saying. Tell me more. Like, somebody's going to open to this when you tend the garden. You just have to remain courageous, but this is also about having self-confidence in yourself. Like, you have to know your truth and be strong in your truth. Let's look at this Queen of Wands reverse. This disgruntled energy, right? It's like the disgruntled energy is going to get you stuck. Here's the Hanged Man, and it's in the position to release this. Don't get stuck in other people's thoughts or other people's kind of like negative energy flow or non-manifesting flow, their non-havingness. Don't get stuck in other people's energy. Stay in your own energy. Okay, I want to look at the Chariot. This is your past. In the past, it's like, here I am, strong, strength, true. This is me, like knowing my mind, being really intrinsically solid with this. Ooh, I even want to say device. So it actually might be kind of like a um, some kind of thing that is created, an invention, but it also could be a concept. Whatever this is like, I intrinsically know that this will work, and the universe has got my back around this. And happening, I would say this is like present time. So like this is the month of May. It does feel like somebody's going to come forward and say, hey, let's think about this. Somebody's, I mean, aside from you being emotionally ready to move forward with this, it's like you have all of this energy of like excitement moving forward. Someone wants to slow it down though and talk about logistics. And here you are with all of that knowledge inside of you, and you have to figure out, how do I communicate this? Because all of this has been inside, all of this, how to display this, I'm even hearing, but how to do this the right way. Here's the Hermit, and it's coming in reversed. So this is like, I have been in my own world with this for a while. There's also something coming up for some of you about like property, intellectual property. So be careful who you're talking to, but you have to talk about it in order to get other people on your team here. And it does look like you need a team behind you, Aquarius. So, or backers or something like that. So be careful about who you're talking to. However, there is reason to explain it. I do trust this person, this King of Swords. If he were reversed, I would say there's something shifty, shady, but this person is interested in making things real and tangible, but also this is a thought process and a conjuring of it. It's like a thought process and, okay, so how can we make this work? It's totally the strategy part of it. And let's look at this trajectory. This is like all of one person's resources, or like one person is giving more than everybody else. It's not an equal give and take. This might even, it kind of feels like somebody who wants to own, like if you're doing intellectual property or something like that, it's somebody who wants to own 51%. So they're like, well, I'm backing it. I'm giving you all the money. It can't be all yours. So it's almost like some negotiating is going to happen from the get-go. Okay, and here's the deal. It's like, and when this gets big, then I'll own 51%. Right now, I'll just give you this money, blah, blah, blah. It's like there's this impending change that's going to happen in the future because someone with resources helps this move forward. I want to ask about something coming forward that you're not expecting. What kind of energy is coming toward you, Aquarius, that you are not expecting? We're going to put 3 out for this. We have transition, reversed. This is the death card, but when it's reversed, it literally is like, I'm still in transition. I'm not moving yet. I'm still in 2 worlds. I haven't moved through the threshold yet. Here's the 9 of Wands. And this is about being protective. This is also about having perseverance with the goal. And then here's the 9 of Cups reversed. So it's like my wishes and dreams haven't come into fruition just yet. What kind of energy is coming toward you that you're not expecting? There's some kind of celebration around all of this. Somebody is going to be celebrating you this month. And I think that's what you're not expecting. It's this person who wants to talk to you about the logistics of this, talk to you about the engineering of this idea, this concept, this thing. All right, Aquarius, let's ask that yes or no question. So you might want to pause for a moment to get your question together. But I'm going to ask the Angel Oracle and Archangel Gabriel. Yes or no for my Aquarius. Ask your angels. We are so doing that, angels. We are asking you. And so we are going to get a yes or no, please. Yes or no. And we'll clarify your question to Aquarius. Okay, straight up, no. That's really interesting because I shuffled, and that happened again in a different reading. Straight up, no. Let's clarify this. Thank you, angels. I did say clear yes or no. Okay, there you have it. Okay, I feel like here's that Eight of Swords again. I feel like this is about self-imposed limitations. This can be your self-imposed limitations, Aquarius, but it can be these other people around you who just can't see what you can see. See, they have that blindfold where your blindfold is off. You are the high priestess who has all this intrinsic knowledge and understanding. So if you're asking, who could this person be? Is this King of Swords this person? That could be a pretty clear, nope, they're one of the people who is in this still blindfolded. You know, when this comes out, here's the Devil card, but instead of seeing this as obsession and all the Devil card type things, I'm seeing Capricorn here. I'm seeing Capricorn. I'm seeing perseverance and work-related issues starting at the bottom of the mountain and slowly climbing that mountain, but reaching the top and having an empire. And so that's how I'm seeing this Capricorn card right now. So I feel like there's a lot of perseverance that needs to happen here. Also, this is like, talk about people in chains and all of this oppressiveness. Like, you have to work through that energy. Talk about also like you just having to work through your shadow stuff around other people not being where you are just yet. But you will. You will, Aquarius. I'm excited about this. Let me know how this resonated. Really interesting read. And I will be back in a couple of days. Take it easy, Aquarius.